So now the After Effects is opened, and I want to show you the Windows panel. In this panel, we have the files. Our files. So what we want to edit, or what we want to create. If I right-click, we have some options to create or to import files. We have two options to import files in After Effects. If I click right, I go to Import Files. Import Files. I can import an image or video file, anything we want, just like this import. And we have the file here. Or if I have the folder opened, we can drag. The file here. So in this panel, we have our files. What we want to add. So here in the top, we have the tools of our file. This is my video file, and I have the title name of the file. Size of the file. Duration and frames per second. If I click our PNG file, we have all this size because this is only image. So now if I click here, we don't have anything selected here. Just click at the selected click and file is selected, and we have the task of the file. Also in this panel, I can create our folder. Right-click New Folder. Now I can type the name of my folder. My first folder, for example, and now I click outside and I can drag my files in my folder. We can close the folder, or we can open the folder with this arrow. I closed the folder. So in this panel, we can organize our files. What we want to add. So now I could create after New Folder. Right-click New Folder, and I arrive here Image Folder. OK. Right now, I go to my first folder example and my image. Select the image and just drag in the Art of Follow. Now we have one file in the image folder because I have an image and I have the video file in my. For now I can't close it. I have two folders now in my panel. If I click on my folder that we have here, the one item, and here one item, so now in this panel we have two small windows. If I click here, for example, I can import file. So if I click here, I can create a new composition. So now this panel is opened. We will write here my first composition. And we have here some settings. So here is the size of our composition. Runs the frame rate resolution, and the time and the background color of my composition. If I click OK, I have created a new composition. A new composition is a my this panel created. Now in this composition where I work. So now we have my composition, but we don't have anything in our composition. It's empty composition. If I click here on this icon, we can see the black color of my composition because we have set it black. Color of the background works. This is empty. If I click here, right-click Composition Settings, I can see the background color and I can change the color. I clicked here. For example, I add this color. Okay, again here, and I have the red color. If I click here, I have that empty. So this is the composition. I don't have anything. If I go to my image for that, I have here imported my file. Hold on click, and I can drag it here like this. I have imported my image in my composition. So now I have my first layer in my first composition. This is my layer. If I click outside here, my layer is not selected. If I click like this, I have selected my layer. If I go to this folder here, I have one video file and I can drag it all down. And I have now two layers, which in my composition. Now we can see I have here my video file with 15 minute seconds. (29.97 frames per second). If I click on my compositional settings to see my composition settings, I have the frame rate 30. Duration is 12 seconds, but my video file is 15 seconds and now I can type here. "15 seconds and 3 frames." And here I can write the frame rate. Few frames per second. And I click OK. Now my composition having the same settings like my video file. I have this bar here, and I can hold and click and drag it. Like that, or I can change from here. And we can see my frames.